evening, Nublings. Thanks to the save system of this game, there is a slight difference in that, it was the melee guy that finished the Dredge off as opposed to the ranged woman. But I'm super drunk right now, but I'm gonna be playing this game because I fucking enjoy it. Right, so Alette's voice is... Was that a Dredge? Alette looks calm, but you can tell that her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. So, the way I see it is that these two are normal humans, which is the first we've seen as like proper main characters, and that Dredge aren't so common. And I did a little bit of Google, don't worry, I didn't do too much. But apparently the Varl, the giants of this world, are apparently unable to reproduce. So while that feels really weird, I guess that their numbers will diminish over time. But we are playing in the period in which there are still a fair number of Varl, but enough to interact with humans as if they were equals, as opposed to being a super rare species, which they will be eventually because the fact that they can't reproduce. They're all male, and they're all made by a god, and the gods are all dead. But yeah, anyway. So I don't know how the Dredge, what the actual Dredge are, but by going by this exchange, they seem to be pretty fucking rare. Alette looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. So yeah, as I said, it seems to be a pretty big fucking surprise. That one was starving, as we found out in the last episode, which means they need to eat. Which raises a bunch of moral questions of are they actually just another fucking race trying to exist? Or are they, impossibly undiplomatic demons that will just kill everything other than themselves? Who knows? We'll find out. Let's give a voice. It was. Let me see. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. I'll be fine. When the treasure fuck me, I'm so fucking drunk. I haven't had a drink of alcohol in a long time, but see how we go with this episode. When the Dredge attacked your cart, the Yoks bolted. So Yoks seem to be a replacement of horses because the centaurs seem to be pissed off about the fact that humans and Varl, the giants, use horses. So we seem to have changed into using these ox-type creatures, which are called Yoks. It spilled most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures moving through the trees when you glance in that direction. All that food. That's the last we're going to get before winter. What do we do? So looking at that, I'm thinking, are we in a post-apocalypse? Are humans kind of fucked? Or are they still in control of settlements? I don't know. It seems like the Dredge are sort of still a big threat. We'll find out, because apparently this is far in the east compared to what we were playing on last episode. Don't run. Let me think. I think that's a good question. Do you think we can handle more of them? Because it's the last one wasn't so threatening, but it was tagged as a starved one, which is interesting because it's okay, the Dredge themselves are also starving, so how fucked is this world? The presented main bad guys, the chaotic evil Dredge, are also struggling to hunt for food. That being said, we are in the most north of this world as possible, but I don't know. Do you think we can handle more? Dad! Okay! That is a big revelation. Holy shit. No, Dad. I mean, I think we're already lucky to be alive. Well, the last fight wasn't too hard. On their own, they don't seem to be too much of a threat because you can sort of ping them down while you sort of tank them and dig out their armor. I don't know. But I guess in more than one, as we saw last episode, they are quite a threat. I don't know. It's okay. We can go back to Skoger. So I imagine that's neutral morale. 3 days in, which means we seem to be following the same day pattern as the other group, which is the depressed Val guy. Supplies. Supplies represent food and other goods used to keep everyone alive on the road. When supplies are gone, people will start to die of starvation. Okay, that seems like a regular Total War thing, but at the same time, it seems to be slightly off considering we seem to be constantly changing, and I don't know. The more people are in the caravan, the faster supplies will diminish. That makes sense. You can see how many days of supplies you have left on the travel display at the top of the screen, this one. Most towns will have supplies to sell as well as a few items. Fair enough. So we're just a group of 2 as far as I'm aware. These 2 here. -1 supplies. Yeah, that makes sense. Days of supplies. So before we had a full caravan of like proper King's Guard, as it were. Now we're just a couple of travellers. An elf by the looks of it and a human. I don't know. I'm interested as to where the story is. It's just a caravan, a small caravan. Okay, that's cool. And this is still going, I take it.
I never expected to see the Dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
So much for shipping. We are fathers to the thought, as it were. Okay, so days still seem to go by, but this is all fully automated, so it seems artificial to have days at all, really. But I take it that's going to change, so don't worry. We'll have good fun. Okay, so we've made it to this nice little hamlet. Lovely. Ivor. The enormous Varl in question towers over the men in the training field. He squints as you approach. Already back, Huntsmaster. Thought you'd be tomorrow. Dredge, everywhere. Dredge? How did they get through Greehorn? Must have broken through the forts. The fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around you. Okay, so the sight of Dredge seems to be an actual, still be a genuine concern in this world. Like, if one shows up, then I guess it's like, holy shit, they're coming this far south? What the fuck? Damn it. They'll be here soon if they're not already. You hear screams from the outskirts, people running towards the Great Hall. Jesus Christ, they come fast. Ivor turns towards one of the older boys in his group of fighters. Igor. Take Alette to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. Gather, the rest of you, gather up. As many people as you can. Come on, Alette. No, wait. I want to help. I mean, it's 2019. Oh my god, it's 2019. Holy shit. So we've got to let the women fight. Let them fight, Ivor. Why not invite some goats to join us too? You're asking for dead kids. I don't know, in the last fight she seemed to be in the main DPS, so who knows? I won't let anything happen to her. Oh, cute. It's interesting the way this Varl seems to be interacting alongside this human. So there seem to be communities in which the Varl and the humans are sort of equal. Hello, Admiral Autism again. I hope you're enjoying Dota 2. They'll have to deal with it sooner or later, Ivor. What now? Eagle, keep your shield up. We'll have to hold them off until everyone's inside. Then figure out what to do next. More shouts draw your attention to some houses atop a nearby hill. So, this is, if I remember, much farther east, but north of the bog in Dredge territory. Again, I guess we're in the tutorial-ish zone because all we've got here is one choice of where to go. Let's go to the houses. Sure enough, the Dredge are gathering in number. Fear threatens to bubble over into panic. How long do we have to keep this up, you ask? Ivor shakes his head unlovingly. That's a bad sign. Units move in order you place them, from left to right. The initial order is very important when setting up strategies. So really you want the tanks to go in first so that they head in and then use their defense abilities. All the enemies gather around and then your DPS people can start to pelt them down and weaken their attacks. For example, put archers after melee units so that, well, that's saying what I just said, so they can stay safe behind your heavy hitters. Drag the unit icons to rearrange their turn order. So really, I want her last. Actually, let's see what he does. Fuck off, autism boy. Yeah. What was his ability again? Stonewall. So he's a tank, so I can actually afford to have him fairly early on. Let's bracelet. Lovingly made by a hunter's wife to keep the daughter safe from harm. Okay, so there's an item system in this game. That's interesting. That's another layer of depth. I thought this would be a very simple system, and then they'd keep adding layers of depth, and that's what we're seeing so far. So that's interesting. One strength and one will. So I'm not going to equip that to him. Since it's called a Let's bracelet, I'm actually going to give that to Alette, obviously. If it turns out that there are better people for that, then I will give that to them. Standing still, the archer is able to line up a shot that takes advantage. That's what we've seen. That was the attack that both erases defense and health, strength, which is good because it starts to wear the enemy down alongside their armor, which means you can sort of go double time on them, which is sort of supported by this. Rook, mark prey. By marking his target, the hunter does a small amount of damage of armor and is able to focus the attacks of his entire team on a single enemy. So that would have been useful in the last episode where we had that one enemy who was basically single-handedly killing our super DPS guy. Break damage. Auto attack for all allies. Yeah, so basically the more we stack on this, the more our allies attack. So I would imagine this character uses superior dexterity to move around bodies, allowing him to pass through but not stop on any allies. Okay, so this guy is slightly better at moving than the other guys. So I want him to get in close to enemies that have moved recently and won't move recently again. I think that's how he's meant to be used. This Varl, the character smashes into an enemy or ally, knocking them back up to 4 tiles, fuck me, and pushes them through anyone in the way. Battering ram does armor damage and adds 1 more break damage to the target for each unit they pass through. So fuck me, if a bunch of enemies are positioned in a row, this guy just sort of marches through them, weakening their armor, which means you kind of want to use him in tandem with AoE guys to sort of weaken a bunch of enemies, so this guy isn't too vulnerable when he goes into enemy territory. This ability can be used on both friend and foe, making it versatile in many situations. I hope when it's used on allies, it doesn't actually hurt them, but we'll see. And return the favor, which means I guess this guy is, he's got a shield, which means I guess he's super defensive. Eagle, Stonewall, which is the generic defense guy that we saw in the second battle. By standing next to an ally, they get more defense. Yeah, it's fair. And this is the guy we saw earlier, Light Step. This character can, yeah. But this guy was actually pretty decent in melee. But I suppose he's very versatile. We don't want to use him too aggressively. So what I'm gathering is that we want to use the 2 tanky guys first, these 2, and get them in close. This guy in particular, because he's only got 1 tile, this guy's got 4 tiles. So we're going to swap these 2 around, and hopefully we'll be able to put him in. He's got 9 strength, he's got 12 strength, so he's very strong, but he's Var, which means he takes more tires. This chick we need to keep in the back at pretty much all times. At least from what I've learned. Items. Yeah. She's got better offense than anyone else so far. And hopefully what the plan is that these two tank. These two deal a moderate... This guy deals a moderate amount of DPS, and this girl really takes off both armor and strength when she attacks. I'm sorry that I'm going on, but I'm drunk, and this feels really nice to sort of dissect the game, as it were. And I'm sure you're enjoying me talking about this game in depth. How do I click on continue? Yeah. Okay, this is now the new... Oh my god, you're probably yelling at me like, this is how you do it! Oh god, what am I doing? Oh fuck, what do I do? Really well, sorry, that's my bad. That's my bad, I'm a little bit drunk. I'm very fucking drunk. I hope it's not coming through too much in my voice. Okay, so we've got the two big scary Dredge here. Now, I've got two strategies in mind. One that involves getting my tankiest guy over here, so he just sort of holds these guys off while I take these two out. Or we sort of go really hard on these two, try to take them out before these two even get involved in the fight. I'm going to go for that first, and I am going to be save scumming just to sort of... I'm still getting used to the game, as it were. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take out these two first, or at least get them to a point where they're only dealing 1 damage per turn. Then I'm going to get involved with these two. If that doesn't work, I'm going to try and take this guy out as soon as possible. Alright, so first turn, I want to get as close to this guy as possible, and then Stonewall. Alright, I'm still learning. Oh, yeah, that's very good. So I'm going to put this guy to this side as much as possible, and how much armor is this guy? Only 8. So if I can actually level this up to 5, he's only got 5 strength left, so that's actually... Oh, he actually attacks back, but I attack back onto that. If I put this guy over here, and that should be out of this guy's range, which means I'm feeling pretty confident. He's got 4 out of 4. And if I attack this guy with an upgrade, he's only got 7, and this guy has 8, which means this will be dealing... less damage than this guy has armor. So, alright, cool. Oh, 0 damage. There you go. Okay, I'm actually starting to get this game, and I'm really fucking enjoying that. Okay, so this guy's got a lot of willpower. As you can see here, he's got 7. Oh, this is the girl. So actually, I'm going to run here. Hold on. I'm going to thread the needle and further... incapacitate this guy, reduce his armor and his strength, and this girl's got 8 armor, so she is actually in a very bad place right now. But this guy has only 5 health. Actually, you know what? I think I can actually work on taking these two out. So who's this? This is middle guy here. Okay, so this is actually building on what I learned on last episode. This game seems very consistent, which I like. This guy seems to be intent on attacking this guy, which has 11 armor. This guy has 11 health. So actually, I'm actually pretty safe to attack these guys. Because this guy, no matter what, will only be dealing 1 damage, and then these guys can wreak their vengeance upon this guy and make him weaker. I'm happy. So, these both are only 2, but this guy's got higher, so I'm actually going to... push a lot of damage onto this guy, and that's only going to do 1 damage. Oh shit! Okay, that's fair enough. That's my bad. I didn't look at that. When I'm sober, I'll be looking at that. So that's 5 damage. Don't need to upgrade. That's cool. He's out. That means these guys will be attacking soon. 11, 6, 1. Okay, that's a little bit worrying. What abilities does this guy have? And when does this guy attack again? Pretty soon, actually. Does arm break damage, all arrows within range, attack the marked target. Oh! So if this guy was in melee range, he would attack. That's a lot of sense. This guy is useless right now, which is very good. So I want her to thread the needle on this guy. Okay, that's only 2 damage, which is really fucking good. I think I'm doing it wrong here. He's got 8, he's got 10, which means if I attack here and upgrade it... Okay, that means he's going to be doing only 1 damage. He is going to only be doing 1 damage. Okay. So this is a vast improvement of what we had before. This guy is the only real threatening enemy. Get him out of here. Ouch. Okay, I want to get him out of here as quick as possible. Who's next? Ah, fuck. And who's after that? She is. I really want to get her out of here. But if I attack him and he misses, then we should be okay. Okay, this is a 50-50. Oh shit, I should have leveled it up. Okay. When he's attacking him, that's basically nothing. 3, 7. And it's this guy attacking next. So, if I move her back and then use her ability, that should make him this guy basically unusable. Oh my god, this guy's on 2 health. Okay, so this guy might actually be able to kill him. This guy can deal 3 damage next turn. Or 1 damage according to his armor. Which means hopefully this guy will be able to escape. I'm not entirely sure. I'm still getting there, and because I'm drunk I'm a little bit off. So I do apologize for that. So 8, 9. I wish I could move. Hopefully this will attract a lot of people towards him. Because I want to move that 3! Okay, I'm going to restart. But I'm getting better with each restart. I'm analysing each battle before it happens and all of that. So I hope this does sort of translate as progress to you as the viewer. So we're gonna restart that. So I want this girl to go last. I'm still wondering what the actual main stats at the top of the non-combat bar mean, with the like 20 vial and 50 commanders and whatnot, because these heroes seem to be a completely different, like in a completely different game. But I think I'm understanding the game better, which is alright. So I think I was completely correct in attacking these lot first. So this guy can't even attack if I move here. And it says remove dredges. All allies within range attack them by a target. So really, actually, if I fail this, I want this guy to attack last. So I can surround an enemy and then use his ability, which makes all of them attack. That's pretty cool. That's actually really cool. So I want to use that like last if I go at this fight again. But for now, we'll use this. Can this attack? The answer is no. Oh! Oh, he could have attacked if I had gone the full march. Okay. Or it seems that way at least. This guy is the full defense guy, so I'm actually going to put him all the way out here and then just use stone wall. And hopefully that'll draw our enemies in towards him, which does absolutely nothing. Okay, this guy wants to get out of here. So her ability is really versatile, which I can appreciate. So if I do this, will he attack? Oh, that's insane! That's insane! That is absolutely insane. And this guy's going to take 0 damage because he had defended up. This guy's only got 1. So he's actually really weak. So do I actually want to move this guy here? And then battering around to this guy here. Oh, that's not preferable. But actually it's not too bad because this guy has super defense. So I actually want to move this guy here and then Stonewall here. And this guy could just hold off for a very long time according to this ability. At least from my limited understanding of how his ability works. And then this guy can just, well, this chick can do this. Oh! Did he do, did she do, damage to this guy? Okay, that's interesting. That's something I'm going to have to take into very close consideration from now on. Did not know that was a thing. That's very important. Okay, that's cool. And these two... Okay, so I actually don't want to get this guy involved because he will take permanent damage. Okay, so you can attack diagonally, but not... Oof, okay. That's fine because he can't get into melee range. And it just does nothing. That's cool. This guy can deal 5 damage, which renders this guy useless, but I'm going to put him in a position where he is. There, can I upgrade that so he does even less damage? He's got 2 out of 4. That's fine. These guys are basically useless now. This guy's got 10. This guy's got 11. This guy's got 12. This guy's got 10. Okay. Do I actually go ahead and reduce this guy's damage? Okay. That was actually a good play in my opinion. Okay, so that's nothing. Oh shit, I could have leveled up. Maybe that would kill him, maybe that wouldn't. It's fine, he's dead actually. Yeah, this is right. This is about right. 5, 1. Do I have a dead guy? No. I'm just being retarded. This guy has 6 health. That's... Doesn't need a level up at all. Now, this Dredge is actually pretty weak. He's dealing damage to this guy who has 11 health. Attacking this guy once would sort of make him completely immobile. 9, 6, yeah, this guy's really fucking useless. But if I go here, and then I use this. Okay, so my enemies are now almost completely debilitated. I'm really getting into this combat system. This is really cool. So this guy's basically dead. Without having to upgrade. 6 damage, that's cool. Pillage mode is now active. 90%, I'm actually going to do that just to really ensure the final mode is on. Nope, no thanks. I'm going to use her ability, because her ability seems really multi-purpose, because it both weakens her and the armor. And now this guy is basically only dealing 1 damage per turn, which is, without saying, insane. Okay, that's cool. I get how the combat works. Victory. The foes lie dead. Promotion. consequences. Oh, this guy got injured. I didn't even notice that. Fuck me, I'm drunk. But that's fine. The main character got injured. I'm sure it's fine. Difficulty. Combat can be unforgiving. Don't hesitate to change the difficulty of combat if it leaves you frustrated or you find yourself needing a tougher challenge. Use the options menu to change difficulty. Don't worry, you can change difficulty at any time. And it has no effect on the story or the choices you make. That's good to know. A black horde is forming at the tree line. Enough of this, says Ivor, glancing at his shoulder. We're going back. Then adds, Rook, I'm doing one more check of the houses around here. See if you can find anyone. We'll keep watch. As you turn to head back, a colossus appears around the side of the house. It silently looms over Alette. Its face an expressionless, stony mask, more terrifying than any roar that it may have produced. Time seems to slow as it pulls back its enormous mace. We're going to shoot it with an arrow to protect Alette. As though second nature, you knock an arrow. This guy injured, but he doesn't give a fuck. Alette is standing directly between you and the dredge, making the shot perilous at best. If you're off by a few inches. Fire safely above the dredge to distract it. Your arrow flies above the dredge's head, planting itself into a wooden beam. Alette looks in your direction with confusion. The dredge... Oh, fuck. The dredge does not. She catches a glimpse of the dredge above her and freezes in terror. Suddenly, Eagle is between the dredge and Alette, his shield above him. The black stone mace falls. Eagle's shield crumples, and so does the boy beneath it. A moment later, Ivor is there, his sword run through the neck of the dredge. He's gone, shouts Ivor, looking over the boy's shattered skull. Ah. Ivor remarks, see if you can find anyone. Meet me at the Great Hall. Okay. Do I want to do that again? Okay. In the comments, leave if you want me to sort of redo these big fuck-ups. For now, I'm going to do it. But if in the comments you say, fuck it, own these fuck-ups and continue along the story, that is what I'll do from now on. But for this episode, I'm actually going to redo my fuck-up and try that again and do slightly different things. But from the future on, I'm going to own my fuck-ups and fuck up. You find anyone? Is this the same as before? Alright, going forward. Oh shit, I've gone forward. Alright, be right back 2 seconds. Skip forward about 30 seconds if you want to continue.
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
Alexa, light off.
Okay.
Hello guys, sorry about that, it'll be right back. Where are they? Oh, shit. I'm sorry about that, gentlemen. So yeah, how are you guys?
I never expected to see the Dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
So I'm curious, is this story about like the re-emergence of the Dredge? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. It's a trilogy, but a trilogy of 3 whole games, so this will be like the first arc. And when you separate a game into 3 separate arcs, that means you know that the arc itself is long, so it'll be a long time before we find out what actually is going on. Let them fight. Yeah. Women are proper too, you know. And there's no super morale this turn. Nope. I forget what's already for battle. Duh. So again, we want maybe this guy on the left, these people on the right. Four. This guy's attacking next, so we're actually going to deal the damage to this guy. We're actually going to deal a lot of damage to this guy. 2 damage, 2 armor, 1 armor back. Hold on. Why can this guy deal damage to him from here? Oh, because he's got an arrow. Which means this guy can actually... Oh wow, that's very useful. So this guy's going to come in and try to flank this guy. That's cool, but this guy's going to be basically useless as soon as possible. Ah shit. Never mind, this chick's going to use a normal attack. 2 damage. Alright, so this guy's basically useless. These 2 are out of range of this big guy. Oh, not this big guy. Everyone's out of range of this big guy. So hold on, is this guy actually beneficial if he just continues to stonewall here? And then we deal with these 2 as we can. Oh no, this guy's coming in. We have a whole turn to actually deal with this guy though. These guys though, so... That's actually perfectly fine by me. This guy's actually losing a lot of... this chick comes in first, so I'm actually going to leave this guy completely. Does armoric damage. How much does this guy have? Yeah, this guy should actually kill him if she uses... Oh shit, never mind. Never mind. But I'm going to kill him anyway. You can sort of see how I'm starting to get how this game works though, which is really fucking cool. So, I mean, I'm going to thread the needle this guy, which deals 1 damage and reduces his armor, which means he'll be dealing... Oof. Oof. Okay, this guy wants to stay distant from now on. How much room does this guy... So he's basically only attacking him, which is really good. I want to weaken this guy. No, none of that. I'm going to be increasing that as much as possible. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so that's interesting to have of note, is that the percent doesn't change, but the damage does. Okay, so how much this guy? 10. This guy only has 8. This guy has 7. This guy has 10 armor. This guy has... Okay, so this guy sort of wants to stay very distant. When's this guy's next attack? 10, 8. 4 armor. So this guy's going to be taking 4 damage, so he can actually get very distant and hopefully deal some pelt damage to this guy. This guy is going to be completely weakened. Yep, I get what's going on here. Oh shit, that's only melee range. Fuck. That's actually going to do nothing. Fuck. Okay, so he might actually die soon. I don't think he will actually. If my math is correct, this should actually be okay. That's only 1 damage. That on this, on the other hand, is... Oh! Can that only deal? That's interesting. Okay, so this guy is stalking this guy, which means I have to be very fucking careful. 4, 7... And this guy can't actually get into melee range with this guy. So I should really... Wait, is that in melee range of this guy? No. So really, I guess all I can do is attack this guy for what I've got, but not kill him, so it doesn't engage this guy who can kill this guy. So now it's this guy's turn. And I really want to be doing all the damage I can to this guy. So he doesn't insta-kill this guy who will be on 1 health now. Now, where will he be most safe? Fuck, there's no way where he'll be safe. This guy's going down no matter what. Holy fuck. Can I actually... Wait, if I go this attack on him, will this guy kill him? Oh! Is that enough? Wait, if it's her turn, then she can deal... 1... 4, 11, 3. Oh, okay, so she might actually be able to deal with him. Let's just hope. Okay, so he's only got a very low chance to deal damage to this guy. Now we're in pillage mode. Okay, this is cool. So he's going to try attack him because he's only got a 1% chance to deal, or 10% chance to kill him. This guy's got a 100% chance to kill him. Cool! Easy game. Or not easy game, but logical game. I'm fucking loving the way this game is turning out. So they're all still alive. 2 promotions in order. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm learning the game and I'm feeling good for doing it. That's how you program a game. Not so that it feels like you can just win easily, but so that you can feel rewarded for learning how the game's mechanics work. And I feel just that right now. Combat can be forgiving, but we've managed to figure out how that game was meant to go. You scream Milette's name. She snaps to attention, confused, but she does not dive out of harm's way, as you had imagined in your head. Suddenly, Eagle... Okay, so Eagle is meant to go down. But I'm happy that I didn't get anyone injured, so whatever. He's gone, says Ivor, looking over the boy's shattered skull. Alette gasps, her hands to her mouth. I'm checking the other houses, Ivor remarks. See if you can find anyone and meet me at the Great Hall. You find anyone? A few sent inside. Gods, this is bad. About Gil. It was my fault. He was a good fighter for his age. No family. I thought... I've forgotten what it's like facing Dredge. I'm out of practice, Rook. Look, as long as I've known you, you've always wormed your way out of talking about the Dredge. This would be the time to start talking. I can tell you they rarely stop for rest. The sooner we leave, the better. They'll follow us until we're tripping over tired women and children. Then they'll attack. Okay, so these Dredge seem to be proper predators, which is really worrying. Even after we're wiped out, they'll keep coming, trampling corpses in their wake. There's no end to them. How did anyone survive the Great Wars? Ask the Menders. I wasn't there. But I've known you fought your fair share. Yeah, I've killed enough slag for one lifetime. Poor slags, man. That's why you're going to save us now. Don't play that on me. Come on, let's get inside. Okay, so let's look at the heroes quickly. Your items shown at the bottom of the roster are shown at the bottom of the roster. Drag items onto your units to equip them. Items can only be equipped by characters of equal rank. Promote your units to equip higher rank items. Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, he came in and died, which I suppose was meant to be a proper thing. Higher stats increase your item. The greatest warriors on the battlefield are those who live past their first battles to... Oh, this ancient Varl? Yeah, this is just his first battle. Don't worry about it, guys. Oh, that'll cost renown. Okay, that's where renown comes in. That's fine. Because this guy deserves it. I'm going to increase his strength. His strength seems super fucking important. Especially for these guys. And that's a let's thingy. This guy deserves a promotion. Yeah, and I've got plenty of renown for it. So this guy was range DPS. And he had a very good ability if I remember. Hold on. So I might increase his will by 1 and his strength by 1. Confirm. And no one else is fit for a upgrade. That's fair. That's good. Level up. And the great market. Okay. Total available. So I can spend supplies on this. Okay, so protects from death. +2 will. I'm not... Oh, willpower, right. Okay, so your renown is also a resource for spending money? Okay, that's interesting. And that's 1 willpower per rest. And this is 2 armor per rest. And that's only for 1 character. This seems like a thing you only really want to get if you're going into a fight where you're outnumbered. And you're just fucked. So I'm not going to take that yet, because I doubt this early in the game I'm going to get fucked. I've got 2 supplies, 9 renown. Armor per rest. Who do I want on? A small... Oh, no, but he's dead, so... What's this do? So, oh, I can turn renown into supplies. Okay. And that shows how much days that's worth. You know, I'll take that just to get some more supplies. I'll take that just for a little bit of a bonus, and that'll be that. Look, thank the gods you've made it. The Great Hall is an utter din, filled as it is with dozens of terrified families. Don't get worrying yet. I haven't. What in the depths is going on? Dredge milling around, ransacking houses. So the Dredge don't seem to be genocide enthusiastic. They seem to be content with just surviving, which does mean fucking over humans and vile. But it doesn't mean that they're literally a scourge that are intent on... that their only path is wiping out everything. They're just trying to survive on their own. And they ransack houses to that degree. And I imagine they kill people for to do that. But it doesn't mean that killing people is their goal. Which is interesting. So this is like a raid. This isn't a, oh shit, the zombies are here, we've got to run. This is, oh shit, we're being raided. That's important to know on as far as story development is going, at least if they're going to continue using the Dredge as a plot point, which they have done entirely so far. If you don't like me sort of dissecting how the plot is working, by all means let me know and I'll just try to go along with the flow a bit more. The chieftain's wife finds you pushing through the crowd. Oh, she's cool! Okay, so female warriors, that's fine by me. They must know we're here. Why haven't they attacked? Don't know. I wouldn't expect it to last. I've made some decisions, but tell me straight, what would you both do in my place? I'd have left by now. They're already outside the doors. Not so easily done, Rook. I personally think we can hold out. The chieftain sighs a deep and heavy breath, slumping. He looks years older. I imagined us fighting back and saving the town, but... Nonsense. Ivan's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Okay, so the Dredge seem to be intimidating enough that you kind of want to escape. Okay, that's fair. What do we do? Where do we go? If the Dredge are coming down from the north. Frostvilla to the west. It's close and has walls. I intend to be free of Skulger in one push. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we're done. Say, they're risky enough that performing a suboptimal choice will actually fuck you over. What do you suggest? Let me create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostvilla. So, these Dredge seem to be fairly slow. Do we abandon the storehouse? That's a fair point. But I suppose at this point we've already decided on leaving, so we have to abandon the storehouse. What if we set the town on fire as we left, so the soil and salt and whatnot? But they don't seem to be... They don't exactly seem to be a type of people... The Dredge don't seem to be a type of people that can cultivate. So I think if anything, having all the warriors distract and all the peasants fuck off is probably the best idea. And they don't seem to be very fast, so if it comes to it, we attack them long enough and then we escape ourselves. I think that's the plan, right? So 2 seems to be the right suggestion here. The chieftain thinks for a long moment. I didn't ask for advice just to ignore it. Promise you're not throwing away your lives on this. That wasn't part of my plan. Either? Nope. Then I'm coming with you. That catches you by surprise. The chieftain rubs his chin, but doesn't argue. From the training she's given Alette, you've no doubt she can handle a bow. Okay, so this is our waifu's mentor, the wife of the chieftain. I want to trust her, and I hope she doesn't die just to become a plot point so the chieftain feels bad and angry or whatnot. Because this chick seems cool. She's the trainer of our waifu, so whatever. Fine. I'll get the townspeople ready. Make your move, Ivor. We'll leave when you're clear. Alright, let's hope this goes well. Alette finds you before you have a chance to find her. I know what you're doing. You have a chance to let me come with you. Don't leave me. Please, I'll be good. So, I've gathered that these 2 are close, so these 2 are actually going to stick together. At least in my playthrough. I promise, she says. Ivers who finds you both. Let's go. Remember, we're not trying to fight them all. We're just trying to get their attention. You step into the town courtyard, where you can already see Dredge in every direction, so this is a full-out assault. Ivers starts banging his shield and swearing at them. We'll kill a few, he shouts, and the rest will follow. You steel yourself for a tough fight. I'm sorry, my throat's a little tired. So let's see what this chick can do. The chieftain of Saga was once considered the luckier of men in the town when he wooed the beautiful daughter of a well-known fighter. And indeed she is. She is a tough Viking woman. I have a lot of respect for her. She can have... Well, we'll see what her ability is before giving her the willpower flask. These days, most people consider him a lucky man for marrying someone who knows how to run the town. Fair enough. Rainovirus, this character secretly selects occupied town. The town close 3 hours into the FM processor. Yeah, I can see myself using that more than once. So she can actually have that. She can have this because it's her bracelet. How do I? Am I retarded? Oh, I have to drag it because I'm a retard. For fuck's sake. Well, the two waifus have the abilities because they're ranged. That seems fair, right? Oh, actually, I'd have liked to put her first because they're going to be walking through. Two rangers at the back. That's fair. This guy I'm going to put a little bit closer. These two I'm going to put... I can't see how far they fight. He's going to attack no matter what, so... I don't actually need to do that. This guy's got 14, this guy's got 10. So if I attack now, that'll actually be a decent push, especially if I attack for 5. He's on 10, he's on 14. Oh shit, he can actually... No, never mind. He's just trying to get into position. That's fair. This guy's pretty cut off from the rest, so I'm actually going to continue working on getting this guy down. I'm going to mark for prey. Reduces armor and attack. That's brilliant. These guys are coming in. They're distant. That's fine by me. I'm going to move her in because this guy seems very weak now. Only 4 health/strength. So 3 now. Yeah. This guy's fine. This guy's going to attack back, I think. I actually want to weaken this guy because this guy's weak enough. So I'm going to move this guy in. Rain of arrows. Actually, how does this work? Target a tile and stun enemy who steps through it traps 1 times 1 strength damage if entered within 1 turn. Can I actually deal damage? Can I increase that damage? I can, so I'm actually going to take that. And he's on 8. He's on 11. Yeah, this guy's retreating. So I'm actually going to focus on taking this guy out. Oh yeah. Wait, what's this ability? I'm actually kind of scared. This guy is on... So can I do this and then... this? 3. Okay. Get fucked, son! Now we're in pillage mode. That's cool because he can take 1. He can afford to take 1. So, what do you think, guys? Am I getting the hang of this game now? I think I certainly am, my boys. I think I certainly am. Six armor, willpower move, attack. Oh, can I only attack at range? Okay, that's interesting. Oh wow, I fucked up massively with this chick. Well, I'm going to put that rain of arrows there in case he tries to attack that guy, but for now, I guess the game's over. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's interesting. That's cool. I like it. Your renown grows. Easy game. -4 supplies? What the fuck? Morale improved. You have no problem letting the dredge follow. Things begin to look dicey, but you're eventually able to lose them in the thick woods, where they have difficulty keeping up. You climb to an overlook and wait for the caravan to appear. Okay, so we sort of separated from the group with the chieftain and the chieftain's wife, who's like... An hour later, Odeleaf is the first to spot them. There! She points to the road. As you rejoin them, you can tell there is trouble. Some people wounded, others missing, but we took the brunt of the dredge assault, hopefully. A group has gathered at the rear of the caravan. Odeleaf walks beside a covered figure in the open wagon. Old fool, she says through clenched teeth. I should have stayed with him. Chieftain's dead. But the people live on, and that's what's important, including his wife, who bears his will. He lives within her now. He lives within her. And I hope he knows that. The chieftain's death hits you like a blow to the gut. You continue on to Frostvilla in silence, Elet's hand firmly in your own. Mine is plus 20 right now. So that was a good fight. Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward towards to see the caravan stretched out past the point of safety. They're spaced out so far you're unable to see those bringing up the rear. I mean, that sounds dangerous, but hopefully that's a sort of happy thought that, you know, we're so far spread out. We humans own this territory. The Dredge are no threat now. We're south enough. We've got to pull them together, says Ivar. It would be dangerous to stop, at least until the Godstone. The path should be just ahead. Call an early stop today, slow the pace so everyone can catch up, keep a steady pace, rally the caravan with speech. As much as I'd like to rally the caravan with a speech, there are people just too far behind. So we're going to slow the pace so everyone can catch up. Give the others a chance to find us. You tell those around you at the front. You beckon the stragglers to pick up their feet, eventually bringing the caravan back together. There you go. However, many curse the slow pace and the lost time. It's fine, we're all together, that's the point. We're a whole tribe, we're a whole people. If we don't all make it to the next place, there's no point. You're all friends and family. And when you get there, you'll get there together. You have enough food and supplies, I'd imagine, as a tribe. So let's go. Morale declined. That's fine. We're still on normal morale. Oh, this is the Godstone. I've seen a couple of these on the map. They're basically where the gods died or something, or the last remaining essence of the gods. And one of the gods made the Varl, and it's the only one to make the Varl. As I said at the beginning of the episode, they are going extinct very, very, very slowly because they're immortal. But the only way to make a new Varl is this new god making them. So, yeah. But there's no more gods anymore, so they're fucked. But they're not because they're strong enough to not get fucked. It's weird. Anyways, actually, you know what? I'll get to the end of this cutscene before I call it a day. Far enough for today, I think. After a day of misery, men and women drop their meager possessions beneath the godstone of Hrjötavinir. What are we doing? We just left our homes suddenly because they were Dredge. Chieftain did what I suggested and look where he got for it. Look at these people. Someone has to hold them together. That's you, Rook. But you're the Dredge killer around here. Yeah, a Var. They want to listen to somebody who looks like them. Okay, so there is a slight separation between Varl and human. That's fair enough. What about Odeleaf? Let her, if that's easier for you. What am I supposed to do anyway? Lie? Tell them everything's going to be alright? God's Rook, I don't know. Pretend you know what you're doing. That's what the rest of us do. Thanks for the advice. Then do whatever you want. Let them fend for themselves if you can live with it. You humans are absurd, Rook. Furious when you're not in control, yet terrified when you are. Pull it together. No, you're right. Think of how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. You do care. I can tell. Men are a plague on the world, worse than any dredge as far as I can tell. Chats like this are why we get along so well, Ivor. Chats like this are why we get along so well, Ivor. You sleep poorly. The sun forever stuck in the eternally bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. I guess we're making it to the south. I didn't even think of the fact that the apocalypse has come with the sun being eternally still. That's still kind of fucked up, dude. -4 supplies. We still have 1! The Godstone looms overhead, the massive eyes of Dredge looking in the same direction as you. Let's inspect the stone. The weathered stone does not see many visitors. Not much reason to travel so far east. When hunters come through, they sometimes stop to give her offerings. Out of habit more than anything else now that the gods are dead. Hjörvjaldur was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming the land as both man and wolf. He was always depicted as in effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder if he'd think about these woods being full of You wonder what he'd think about these woods being full of dredge now. He'd probably get very offended and kill them all. A young girl from the caravan approaches you. I made this for you, she says, handing you a crude necklace carved from a branch she must have found nearby. Thank you for saving my mama, she says before running back to her tent. Back at your tent, you rouse Alette, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually, the camp is broken down and it's time to move on to Frostvilla. It feels like an end more than a start. Oh shit, I didn't put myself on D&D. Hello Discord friends. That was a good episode though. Next time we get to a point where I can save or whatever, I will. I'm still not sure what these two numbers mean. Also, Val should be 1. The caravan halts where a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. We've seen the dredge in your wake, says one. We don't wish to meet them alone. If you'll let us join you, we'll show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons. An inherent fear of strangers mutters from the caravan. Well, we have good enough morale, yet we don't have any supplies. So I want to trust them, but I'm going to ask them what they're doing here first. What are your men doing here alone? We were hunting here for food when the dredge found our village, says the man. When we returned, he looks away, unable to finish. So that sounds like the talk of a guy who's lost something, which I can sympathise with. Allow all the men to join you. If you'll be no trouble, come along, you say. The men cautiously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. The hidden watering hole nearby is teeming with animals, and soon the supplies are neatly restocked. So I judged them, and I judged them correctly. So that's nice. Plus 12 fighters, plus 5 renown, plus 18 supplies. Fantastic. -4 supplies, that's fine. Morale declined, but we're still on neutral. During a rest, one of the men gets too drunk and ends up splashing mead in a warrior's face. A brawl erupts, many throwing fists, and a broken bone later, the investigator, Rafnisvadar, is tossed onto the ground at your feet, angry clansmen looking for satisfaction. His personal defense is little more than drooling mumbles. Coerce a public apology from him, tie him up until he dries out, laugh off the scuffle, encourage others to let the issue drop. Let's make him apologise. You grab a rope from the supplies and make short work of the sot. A few onlookers throw scraps at him, but most just walk away with a laugh. So it doesn't seem too tragic. He's tied up until he sobers up. He apologises and we can move on. That's all there is to it. Each content with some measure has been taken, so that should be fine, right? The caravan is visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to Frostvilla, with beds and fresh supplies. The locals here are shocked by the news that you bring, and discuss it among themselves while you set up nearby. And I think with that, we're going to call it the end of an episode. I've learnt a lot. I've enjoyed the game a lot. And I'm probably going to black out after this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next episode.